This is Chicago's very own WGN Midday News.
And today's Your Money Matters, advice on how to talk to teenagers about money management before they are college-bound and overwhelmed with all these important decisions. We've got Roy Paul here, Executive Director of Sensibility. This is so difficult to do and such a challenge, getting kids to learn to manage money. Where do you start?
Well, you start by having the conversation. I think teenagers are at that critical age in their lives when right after college they're going to be solicited with credit card offers. They're going to be going off and getting their first jobs and their first apartments, hopefully. So it's a perfect time to have the conversation with them.
Yeah, and some of them are going to have credit cards while they're in college, right? Is that a good idea?
It is. I know a lot of people say don't get a credit card until you're 30. Well, that's not very realistic because you need to develop credit. The key is to manage it well. So you get that card and you think about the things that you have to put on that card. I have a conversation with someone the other day and said, I want a pair of Jordans and I don't have the money. Can I put that on a credit card? Well, clearly not, right? If you don't have the money for the things that you want, you only put things that you absolutely need on the card.
As you say, this comes down to wants versus needs, right?
Exactly.
Like you need your books.
Right.
Put those on a credit card.
Exactly.
Yeah. Those Air Jordans can wait, right? Right.
All the time.
So once they get to college, what are some of the things they can do to cut costs?
Yeah. So there are some practical things like buying used textbooks. Instead of going out and eating fancy restaurants, a lot of people, when I was in college, we had appetizer Fridays. So instead of buying an entree, we bought an appetizer. But the thing that I think is the most critical, and this is something that I hope I get out if no one else pays attention to anything else that I say, and that is a lot of teenagers that I talk to, they know they're going to college, they know they're taking out credit card, student debt, but if I say to them, when you graduate, what your monthly payment's going to be, they can't answer the question. And so it's critical.
They don't even know. Okay, that speaks volumes.
They don't know what their monthly payment's going to be. And so they get that 6-month grace period, and then they're shocked when they get that bill and it's $800 or $1,000, and they go, wait a second, I can't afford this.
Wow, so what should they do? What should high school students be doing to prepare financially for college?
Yeah, really understanding what your financial landscape looks like. And if you're going to be lucky enough where you know what you want to do when you graduate, if you want to work in communications or broadcast journalism, we'll use this perfect example for here, what is the average salary that you're going to make? And we used a 50-30-20 rule. So 20% of your prospective salary should go back to your debt and your loan repayment. And so if you add it all up and you say, I've got $30,000 a year that I'm going to make, take 20% of that salary. If your monthly payment when you graduate is higher than that, you're taking out too much in loans.
I was so surprised to learn that most students simply don't talk about money matters with their parents. The parents don't want to talk about it either. There's a stigma there, isn't there?
Yeah, and you know, there's a wealth and income gap in this country, and a lot of people who don't like to talk about it, by and large, don't have a lot of it to talk about, right? And so
it's embarrassing, I guess.
It can be, but removing that stigma to say, look, this is about your financial future. I talk to teenagers all the time who get their first jobs. Their companies offer a match to their 401k, and they don't even opt into it, right? So because they don't talk about it, no one's telling them opt into these things. They just don't take advantage of it.
Roy Paul from Sensibility, so much good sense there for college.
I like that pun. I'm going to use it.
Good. Feel free to use it. I don't even need the credit. For more information, you can visit sensibility.org. We'll be right back.